Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Is it a fun game? Yes, this is actually a fun game. But why do people say it's the worst game ever made? I don't know. In my opinion, I think this game is really tough. It's a tough game, but a lot of, regular Nintendo games, original Nintendo games were tough. That's the thing about games is some games are not meant to, do certain things, okay? As for this one, this is a kind of just a straight shot, but when you're Hyde, that's where all the action happens. So it is a really good game in my opinion. So I don't know why it's people crazy that it's the worst game ever made. To me, this is a good drinking game in my opinion. Because you know you're gonna die. The first time people play this game, you know you're gonna die. And in my opinion, this is this is fun. I like it because I don't know why. It means something to me. It just seems fun because, but for that price, I mean, literally, this game costs like $20. I remember when this game cost like $5. I went at retro stores $5, and I think ever since people started getting popular with this game, and people started really playing it, and people are like, oh my god, like why did I play this game? It's going up in price. So just because people on YouTube and all this stuff is creating this thing, making the games, so you people are now gonna want this game, and I'm telling you, this game's gonna skyrocket in price. So in my opinion, please try to find and go online as fast as you can. It's getting cheap. It's getting up there in price. In my opinion, these games are good. This game's getting up there in price. I'm gonna say maybe 10 years from now, this game might be like high up there, like the Earthbound thing that I showed in the beginning. The reason why I put that in the beginning because that game is so popular and now people want it so badly that I'm telling you the same thing with this game, and it's gonna go higher up in prices, or people are gonna like, oh my god, I want to buy this game, but people are gonna be like, is it easy? No. Is it fun? Yes. The good thing about this thing is you get unlimited continues. There's only there's 6 levels, so even if you beat a level, one of the levels, you'll still start back there. But press continue. Don't go to start, because if you press start, you're gonna start the whole game all over, all the way back all over again. But maybe that's good. Maybe that's good practice, because say, oh, you're like, oh, I'm done for the day. It's not gonna. There's no save features. There's no code or anything on this thing. All there is like unlimited continues. So you, yeah, you turn into Dr. Jekyll, you die, but you can start from wherever you are, depending on how you do with Hyde stage. If you get your stamina back all the way up, your meter all the way back up, then you can continue on with the game wherever you are, and then keep going and going and going until you die, and then hopefully you make it behind the stage. But there's a lot of obstacles, but if you know the pattern, it's a very pattern game. You have to know the pattern and everything that's going around in the same area, but that's the thing. You have to do patterns, and if you get all the patterns right and everything down, then you have a good chance of completing the game. It's tough. The last level is the hardest one, because this is a spoiler. This is a spoiler. Everybody's heard of this. If you have not heard it, go check it out. It's everywhere. Everybody's heard of this game before. Go check it out. The ending of it with all the barrels, and there's barrels, and you're jumping over barrels, and dogs and ladies singing, and crazy dude with bombs in their hands and throwing them at you and all this stuff, and literally the fat lady sings will kill you, the notes will kill you, and all this stuff. So it is a really 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 fun game to play. And because it's Halloween, I recommend playing this on Halloween, because Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is such a classic series. If you ever read the books, if you ever seen any of the movies, they're really, really good. But I recommend picking this up before it gets up pricier. I mean, like, look at that, it's $20. This game's like $20, so you can imagine how much this thing's gonna cost. So all I say is happy Halloween and have a good have a good night. Sorry, I turned like that. Have a good night.